A few years ago, while still in college, the deep web was becoming very popular. I never really got into it until my friend told me about it. One day, I went on the browser tour. At first, there were chats about illegal weapons and stuff like that. I stayed clear from those chat rooms. Then, there was a link that said, "Want to see something cool?" I clicked on it. Suddenly, live stream popped up. It was facing a building. I knew that building. It was just down the street from where I was. A blank screen with the words, "You really want to see something cool?" popped up with a blank box for responses under it. Unknowing of what would happen next, I typed, "Yeah, sure." I watched my screen closely as the camera moved towards the building. At this point, I started getting scared. But curiosity got the best of me, as I found myself unable to look away from the stream. The stream showed a hand unlocking a door. Inside, light a dark room with one dim light on. In the background, I could faintly hear the crying of a little girl. It was creeping me out. Then another blank screen came up. This time, it just said, "LOL." I cut back to the dark room again, but a bowl was placed in the room this time. The faint crying in the background of the little girl started to increase and get louder. After a few seconds, I started hearing the sound of the chains dragging against the concrete floor. I closed my eyes for just a second. I opened them when I could no longer hear the chains. A little girl was now in view behind the bowl. With closer inspection, I could see that there was a chain around the little girl's neck. I then saw a manly figure come from behind her. It looked like he was pouring water into the bowl. Then out of nowhere, the little girl's face was shoved into the bowl. It looked and sounded like he was drowning her. I started to panic until another blank screen popped up. It said, "Cool, right?" The screen suddenly went blank. I was so scared that I was basically stuck to my chair. I was second guessing myself on what just happened. At this moment, I didn't know what to do. Should I get up and leave like nothing happened? Should I keep watching? What do I do? The stream came back on. This time, it was showing the front of a school. I drove by that school every morning. It was a couple of feet from my building. The blank screen popped up again. It said 545 East 99th Street off of St. Clair. That was the building I was in. After it said, "Let me in." I was so confused yet scared at the same time. Then out of nowhere, I heard loud banging. I got up and walked to the lobby to investigate. I didn't realize how late it was. It was almost dark out. There was someone at the entrance door. Whoever it was must have seen me, because the next thing I knew, he was violently banging against the door. That was the only way in, and that was the only way out for this building. I was stuck in there. I ran into the closet door, locked it, and called 911. When the cops showed up, the mysterious man had already left. I told the cops what happened and about the little girl in the building. After a few hours, I finally heard back from the police. They found her. She was a 14-year-old that was missing for 5 weeks now. They found her tortured and chained up in the building's basement. After that, I started having nightmares every night. Within 5 days, filled with anxiety and fear, I finally moved to a different state. I never visited the deep web after that evening. All I can give you from this story is be careful and don't click on that link.